This is your no spoiler review of The Little Things.
It's the little things that rip you apart. It's the little things that get you caught.
The Little Things is a crime thriller based in the 90s of Los Angeles, written and directed by John D. Hancock. It follows two detectives as they're trying to uncover a new case while seeing how it correlates and connects to cases in the past. One detective, Jim Baxter, is played by Rami Malek, while the other protagonist, Deke, is a deputy and ex-detective played by Denzel Washington. They end up discovering a main suspect, being Jared Leto, and the rest of the movie ends up following the two detectives in their pursuit to catch the suspect and figure out if Jared Leto is the killer or not. So, there's your overview, so let's get into the movie, what I like, what I didn't like. The rest of the movie follows these two detectives as they try to uncover the case, while us, the audience, is uncovering Deke, or Denzel Washington's past. If there's one big overall positive about this movie, it'd be the cast and the acting. Denzel Washington, Rami Malek, and Jared Leto all put on great performances. And that is what I really loved about this movie, and that's what kept me interested when there was these dull, slow burn moments, which was most of the movie, unfortunately. It's the first half of the movie was great. It had the bones and the structure of a good crime thriller. They laid good base work there. They had us wondering where this was going, where the mystery was, who was the killer, what is the background around Deke. Once it hit this mark of really starting to pick up, it just plateaued, and then it just kept going at that plateau, dull, slow burn moment for the rest of the movie, unfortunately. So I'd say about half of this movie I was really enjoying. I was looking at reviews and it was getting okay reviews, and the first half of the movie I was thinking, why is this getting okay reviews? I'm enjoying this so far. And then once the second half of the movie hit, I kind of understood. And unfortunately, that's almost when Jared Leto's character started to get introduced. Even though Jared Leto played a really good role and had such good moments on screen, the overall story fell short. Nothing about the storyline was overly new or exciting or something we haven't seen in this genre before. It almost felt more like a Netflix release than it did a big theatrical release, which it was, even though it wasn't necessarily released in theaters. It was meant for theaters. And I didn't feel that. It felt more like a streaming movie, which is what it ended up being, ironically. I'll give the writer and the director, John D. Hancock, props that he kept the same tone from beginning of the movie to the end of the movie. It was this dull, melancholy overtone that just kind of umbrellaed itself around the whole movie from beginning to end. So I'll give him that and credit where credit's due there, but the ending still felt dull, melancholy, anticlimactic. It just, once it hit that plateau, it just kept going, as I said before. Overall, this movie was a slow burn. It was ambiguous. It was nothing new or added anything revolutionary to the genre. And in my opinion, it had a bad ending. I didn't love the ending. So overall, I give it a 5 out of 10. It's nothing great. It's nothing that awful. I think the main reason it's a 5 out of 10 is because of the acting, bumped it up for sure. But also, the first half, I feel like if you like crime thrillers, you'll still enjoy it. It'll still be entertaining, but it just won't be anything that'll knock your socks off. So, I wouldn't watch this again. I'd probably recommend a bunch of other crime thrillers before I'd recommend this one.